Hello, and welcome to our demo of the Language.io chat translation app for Salesforce Lightning. Language.io makes it possible for your English-speaking customer service agents to chat with customers in any language, right inside Salesforce. The app automatically translates between the agent's language and whatever language the customer speaks. We do this through integrations with 5 different machine translation engines, the best that exist. This ensures that your agents will always get a translation. The multiple engine approach also lets us retrieve the highest quality translation available for the language, and we support over 100 languages. Most importantly, regardless of the machine translation engine used to translate your chats, Language.io will always impose your preferred translation for terms that might get easily screwed up. In my demo, I'm going to pretend that I'm an English-speaking support agent for the fictitious hockeyquestions.com. I'll use the Language.io chat translation app for Salesforce to translate between myself and a Spanish-speaking visitor who has questions about my favorite sport, hockey. I'm using the topic of hockey because NHL announcers only recently started announcing hockey games in Spanish. When they did, they realized that for a number of hockey terms, there was no Spanish equivalent. One of these terms is high sticking. This is when a player plays the puck with their stick above shoulder height. So these hockey announcers made up the term bastón alto for high sticking. Now, if the Language.io app just used a general machine translation engine without our glossary technology, the agent and the customer would be very confused. Why? This is how Google, all by itself, translates the Spanish term bastón alto into English, tall cane. And in the other direction, equally incorrect, alta adherencia, which in English means high adhesion. But I've added this term to the Language.io configuration for hockeyquestions.com, so our app will always translate high sticking into Spanish as bastón alto and back into English as high sticking. I'm sure you can think of terms related to your own product that might also require special handling through Language.io. Let me show you how it works. On the right, we see that a Spanish-speaking visitor, Frida, wants to chat with a customer service agent at hockeyquestions.com. On the left, I've displayed the agent's Salesforce Service Console for Lightning. The agent has set herself in Omnichannel as available to chat. As Frida, I request chat support. As the agent, I accept the chat request. The first thing Frida sees is an autoresponder in her own language. This autoresponder greets Frida, introduces the agent, and lets Frida know that in order to respond as quickly as possible, the chat messages will be machine translated between Frida's Spanish and the agent's English. Frida goes ahead and enters her Spanish question. For the agent, the Spanish is immediately translated into English. The agent can also see the Spanish. In the English translation, the agent sees that Frida has asked a question about high sticking. Hi, I would like to know why Gabriel Landeskog did not receive a penalty for high sticking during the third period last night. In Spanish, Frida used the term bastón alto, and thanks to Language.io, our glossary imposition technology properly translated it into high sticking for the agent. So the agent doesn't think Frida is asking about a tall cane. Bastón alto, high sticking. Now the agent can go ahead and respond. The ref didn't give Landeskog a penalty for high sticking because the ref was on the other end of the ice. I'm sorry to see your team lost to the Colorado Avalanche. We send our chat. The agent continues to see both their own English and the Spanish translation. Frida sees the agent's response in Spanish with the term high sticking properly translated back into bastón alto. We can go on like this forever with Language I/O translating between the two parties, but let's wrap it up. Gracias para tu ayuda. No problem. And Frida ends the chat session. Now, let's say the support agent's manager wants to see what the agent said to Frida, but the manager doesn't speak Spanish either. That's okay, because the Language I/O app appends the translated version of the chat session to the standard Salesforce transcript, and it's all there for the manager to review. Here's the standard transcript, and if we scroll down under Language I/O translation script, we'll see both the Spanish and the English. That wraps up my demo of the Language I/O chat translation app for Lightning. Thanks for listening, and visit us at languageio.com to learn more.